Hello and welcome to Take Note. I'm Polly, and I am getting ready to go to a conference where I'm actually going to be talking about analog tools. And I will say that it's, 4 days before I need to leave, and my suitcase is already packed. I have the white pants, pair of jeans, pair of pajamas. I'm all ready to go. Packing the clothes is the easy part. But you can see the mess on this desk. My notebooks. I'm going to be gone for 2 days. I can't possibly take all of these notebooks. It's my manifesting journal. Traveler's Company passport. This is my EDC. This baby's got to go. Anyhow, thanks for joining me today. I thought I would just take you in to my process of sorting things out about what to take. It's always the way, right? I will have my suitcase packed, a few clothes that I need, and I will obsess about which notebooks get to go and which have to stay home. I feel bad for the ones that don't get to go. It's always a hard choice. Anyhow, this is my backpack. I'm gonna put that off to the side. That's gonna be my carry-on bag into the plane. So I need to figure out which I really need for 2 days. Now, this is my Peg and All, the Sendak artist roll. Also, I have my laptop here. I will be taking my laptop. I'm gonna stick that. And this is the Sendak roll. And when I get back from the conference, I'm also taking another trip. And I always take this puppy. It has my zebra ball pen points. It has a couple of my favorite ball points because I don't only use fountain pens. This is the Uniball. Awesome. Sturdy little pens. Here's a gel pen. Sharpie. Good. And then I have some fine liners. Finito. This will probably do it for my ballpoint favorites. I like to use these pens. This is also another one of my favorites, the Precise V7. Good line, and that's by Pilot. So you can see the trend here, right? I have some clips in this pack. Stamps, other stuff. So I'm going to fill in a couple of these things, and this will go with me on my vacation, but it's not going to go with me to the conference in my carry-on. As hard as it is to leave this home, I don't need that much for 2 days, right? Do I? So I will pack this up for the vacation that follows, but right now I'm putting that off to the side. All right, now what do we do? Now we're getting down there. So this is my parking notebook. You've seen me talk about it here a ton. This is the Rhodia, or Rhodia, is it Rhodia or Rhodia? Reverse book, dot book. It's a square dot grid. I love it. It stays on my desk, and I put my notes in it as I go through my day, as things come up. I'm just going to keep that on my desk while I'm gone. I will not need that on the plane or at the conference, where I'm actually doing 3 sessions. One is talking about scene writing, scenes in nonfiction, something I do a lot in my own work. And it's really important to recognize that writing a compelling scene isn't only for fiction writers. All right, index cards. They're definitely gone. I probably don't need all these, and these aren't fountain pen friendly. I know there are some that are. These aren't them. I'd like to get my hands on some eventually, but these will help me with my sessions because as I prepare the day before, again, I will take some last minute notes or things I think of and hold these in the hand instead of writing them in my big paper notebook. Same with Post-it. I mean, you can never leave without a Post-it, can you? So I'm going to take a few Post-its. That's going in. That will make the cut to the backpack. Glasses, for sure. I'm using this Midori. Just started it for my morning pages. MD paper. This is the B6 Slim size. This is one of my favorite sizes to write in for my daily catch-all or morning pages. Right now I've got this one going for morning pages. I hate to leave it behind, but that's not going to make the cut. Putting that over here. Now the reason why I say that is because I have some rings I have my traveler's notebooks. I have a pocket notebook. And my daily pages, there's Slim Pad. This is the Slim Pad, Me Plus Slim Pad. I've got the Cognac. And this is the Chestnut, I believe. I love these. These are ring binders. This one's definitely going because this is kind of my catch-all right now. I can, use it for my lists and stuff and then take it out. I think I have my writing goals in here that I'm working on now. I just moved some new paper on. Writing goals. And this is good for just about, sorry about that. This is good for just about anything. It smells good too. I wish you could smell it. It smells good. But what about this one? This is my work development rings. Has my deadline calendar, and I love this pull-out calendar. You can see it going off the page there because it lets me see everything that I've done and what's coming up. It allows me to develop ideas. And this is tricky, but one of the things that comes down with these Slim Pads is I can add more paper to one of them. And they're both Pueblo leather. They're both the B6 Slim or the Personal Slim. I can add more paper to one. And then if I do come up with work development ideas and that kind of thing, I'll just take it from this one when I get home, the pages, and put it in this one. Because that's the great thing about a binder system. I've never used them until this year. And the folks at Me Plus sent me this beautiful notebook to try out. And I loved it so much, I'm now working with two of them. This is the catch-all. I bring things in as I think about it and filter them out where they need to go. This is my work development. So often some things that come up during the day in this will end up in here. So I probably don't need to take both of them. Which one would you take? I think I'm going to go with that one right now. All right, Slim Pad. I'll come back and talk to you later. Now this usually goes in my standard, if I can reach it over here, traveler's notebook. This is a hard one. I love this thing. I've had this for about 4 years. I have a weekly spread from Sterling Ink in here that I do my work to-dos, all that stuff, appointments. And then I have a folder back here, blotting paper, and you can see the folder curls around and back. I've got a pencil board, and then this is my notes notebook. This is also a Sterling Ink. I've really loved their pages, their paper in the past. Great for fountain pens. This year, I'm getting some bleed through on some of this stuff. It hasn't been a big problem for me, but that's interesting. Here's trying out some stuff. And so it feels a little different. I think I'm still going to go back to them because I like the graph, I like the size. This is the OG Travelers Company standard size. And honestly, it has been everywhere with me. Okay, so I'm putting this over here. I don't know. I mean, it's not rational at this point, you guys. It doesn't make sense at this point. This is my manifestation, personal development notebook. It usually slips right in the standard traveler's notebook. I'm leaving that home because, again, with the Slim Pad and the standard traveler's notebook, I can write on those pages and then put whatever notes I come up with in 2 days' time into that manifestation journal when I get home if I want. The big thing with conferences like these, and I get to speak at a lot of writers' conferences, the big thing is the challenge of time, right? Because I'm doing 2 or 3 sessions, plus I meet with some colleagues there, some friends. We meet at these conferences. I sit in other sessions because there's great authors who also present. So when I'm not speaking, I sit in on theirs because I always learn a bunch. And by the end of the day, I'm pretty tired. There isn't a whole lot of time left over for personal writing until I hit the plane on the way home. However, I love the feel of these things. And so they're real grounding, like they feel good to have. So sometimes, well, not sometimes, who am I kidding? All the time, I take more than I need or use, but it feels good to have them. And I always use something, more than one something. So I tend to overpack. I tend to overpack. I'm just going to let that ride. So right now we're up to 2 notebooks, a Slim Pad and OG Travelers, my glasses, my index cards. Okay, now I have this beautiful pouch. I told you I wasn't taking the peg and all this time. We will do a separate video on that. I have a beautiful pouch from my zodiac sign. This came from a good friend of mine, and I love carrying this pouch. And if it's going to hold a lot of these things in my pack, so all I have to do is just pull out this pouch, and it's going to be a great house for my journals and notebooks. Okay, we're getting down there. Now, I have this pen case that came from Endless Pens, I think. Yes, Endless Pens. I'm not sure if you can see that there. And now I need to decide what pens to take. I have this Estabrook Funky Lake, which I love, and I love to write with it. Beautiful gold nib. I don't know if you could pick that up, but it's fun to work with, and I'm really careful with it. The one thing about this is it's got a great cap, so when you're flying, if you don't have an empty barrel or cartridge, you want to watch that a little bit. When I fly with a converter, I usually try to store the pens upright, put them in a plastic bag. They say to fill the converter completely full if you're going to fly with a fountain pen. I haven't done that, and I've had no problems, but the air pressure can cause ink to burp out a little bit. So I am careful. I'm also careful about what pens I travel with. This is a special pen to me. It was expensive. It was a gift. It was meaningful to me. I'm not taking this as much as I'd like to use it. I'm not going to fly with it. I don't want to risk, having a problem with the ink or leaving it behind. I may take the TWSBI. This is my Diamond 580. It wasn't inexpensive, but it's something that's more readily available. And right now I'm loving writing this pen. I've got Shinkai in it. So that's on the list. I've got some others in here. One of the ones that is always in contention is the Pilot 743. This can go cartridge or converter. Right now it's not inked up because I was planning what to do for the trip. That may be a go. This is a beautiful rose gold gel pen. It's really comfortable to write with. And that may go just because I like the hold of it. It's not a fountain pen, but I like the hold of it. And you can see these other fountain pens. I always have a Zebra. There's one in the peg and all. Now, a Zebra ballpoint, this is a gel ballpoint, gel pen, but they also make great ballpoints that I really like, and they last forever. I mean, I've had some of these pens forever, and I love them. Excuse me. Okay, so we're getting down there, not taking that. Here's where we are. This is my Endless Pen pocket notebook. This is for my list. It's small. What? That's not going to be a problem to carry. Is that going to be a problem to carry? All right, taking that. EDC, this is definitely going. It's my passport size EDC notebook. It's got my planner in the front that is synced with my other standard size planner. It's got my list for everything I need to take. Whew, that notebook's about empty, so I'm going to put in a new refill. In fact, you could see I took this the last time I went, and this was on the napkin on the airline. The best ideas are born on napkins. I thought that was cool, so I kept it. So this is definitely going because of all the things, this has got to be the first in the pack. This is my go-to everything, daily carry. It goes everywhere. So if I decide to leave anything at home, not going to be this. I don't know on the pens. This is an Asvine. It's reminiscent of the Pilot 743. Very good writer, feels good in the hand, a whole lot less expensive. That could go, and maybe I'll leave the Pilot at home. Now, I always throw in a couple of clips because I'm a clip person. I like them for my traveler's notebooks. And here's the M2 pocket, really convenient. This has a bent nib, which is super fun to write about, but not in my little notebook. Probably leaving that home. Traveler's brass. This is great because it's super durable. It can take a beating in my bag. It's a great writer. And this is Travelers Company brass. And it takes a small cartridge. So it's not loaded now. I will drop a small cartridge in and then make it work when I get there. You know, push it in and get it going. That's definitely going in the bag. And clips are going in. We're getting down there. Now, I will put whatever pens I take in this travel case. I think I got this, yeah, from Levenger back in the day before I had fountain pens. I don't know if you're picking that up. But this leaves room for 3 fountain pens or pens. So I always say, well, that's all I'll take. And we both know that's not going to happen because you can always fit an extra pen in that. And when I'm taking ballpoints or gel pens, a couple of them can just go in my bag too. So I could technically fit. Another pen I like to travel with, I don't think I will this time, is the Pilot Metropolitan. And the reason why I do this is it can go cartridge or converter, so it makes a real easy choice when you're traveling. It's got a great nib. I love to write with the thing. It looks, I love the cigar bullet shape. That's just kind of my style anyhow. And it writes really well and looks fancier than it is. The thing is, I don't know what these are pricing out now, maybe about 30 bucks now. I mean, back in the day, 5 minutes ago, I think I got mine for 22. I'm not sure where we're at now. But that means it's not expendable to me. Like, I take care of my gear. But that means that if something were to happen and I were to lose it or to fall or something like that, eventually I could get another one of these. These are a little more affordable and easier to come by, and they're great writers. So now I've kind of talked myself into it. All right, I'm going to put this over here and then we'll decide. But I would put in a cartridge in this. And I normally just take black cartridges or black ink to business sessions like this, to conferences and business meeting. My TWSBI, if I take it, has a blue ink in there, but blue-black ink. Sometimes I'll take like a Yamabudo font, a purple or a red or something like that. But right now I'm thinking all black. So now we're getting down there. What about my ruler? Do I need that? I mean, it slips easy enough into my books in the standard size, right? It's about the size of my Endless Pocket notebook. Doable. I can take it. What am I going to use my ruler for? You just never know. That's what I'm saying. You just never know. So I've got about 2 pairs of pants, and I think we have agreed that I'm taking about 6 notebooks, right? Does that seem reasonable to you? How do you avoid overpacking, or how do you decide what to take on a trip when you're packing your bag and your notebooks? And on this, because I'm flying, I'm going to fit it all in here and throw it in my backpack. So I think we've done it. I think we've cleaned the desk, and we have a good handle on what to take to the Writers Conference. I hope you are doing well. Let me know with a like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you pack your notebooks and your setups and your junk journals and all the stuff that you take on a trip. Because I think when you're going on a vacation, a conference might be a little different because it's more business oriented. When I go on my vacation though, I'm going to add a few other things in, and this Peg and All is going to pack it because it's so awesome. I can put my fountain pens in here. It fits a notebook, a field notes in the package there. And I love working with this. We will do a video about that in the weeks to come. But when I go on vacation, it takes some more stuff because that's a form of my relaxation, right? That's a hobby, to notebook, to write things, to organize things with my notebooks, and to just really enjoy it. But going to a business conference is a little different for me. So let me know what you pack, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Take Note, and I'll see you in the next video.